Hi, Taurus. Welcome to January and Happy New Year. The 1st is January. Look how beautiful this is for you. The moon is in Taurus, your sign. And so there's this start, and all of these planets over here, the Sun, Pluto, Mercury, Venus, they're all in Capricorn, another earth sign. There's this beautiful energy of moving forward. It's a trine energy for you. And the Capricorn vibration is in an angle to your sun sign, and it's called your solar chart, where you put your ascendant, you pretend your ascendant's Taurus. It represents that this is a time of year where it's really great for you to think about how you think in terms of your beliefs, your philosophy. Dream big. You know, it's Earth, so there's a practicality to it, but it's saying expand. And so you can move into January with this desire of all that you want to encompass, all that you want to accomplish, all that you want to do. Now, the moon in Taurus is with this particular body out there called Sedna, and that can be a little bit tricky if you feel that somehow life has given you a bad deal, especially when it comes to being comfortable or financially secure in life. But you can use that motivation. Here we got this beautiful, it has its own issues. Mars opposite Jupiter, wanting to take it all in, wanting to step out. But you can use this Mars energy, which is motivation and what am I willing to fight for, in order to put forward your ideas and what to do. The full moon's only 4 days away, January 4th. And when the full moon comes up, it's very intense as it's connected to Pluto and square Uranus, which is also, if you look at the nodes of the moon, that it's the sun and the moon are square the nodes. And what that means is that there can be a deep desire to find balance for you in your life between what you want to learn and what you want to know and what you want to share with others. It also can be how to have balance between the practical things to know. Is it practical for me to go back to school and learn this? Is it practical? Will I be able to use this? When I say practical, I mean being something that you can use in your day-to-day existence versus just having knowledge for the sake of knowledge. So having balance there. And there may be a concern, there may literally be an issue why, or a frustration, why it's difficult to be able to embrace it all. It could be the cost of the tuition, etc. And yet, Venus and Mercury have now gone into the sign of Aquarius, which is moving into what's called your solar 10th house of career, ambition, but really it's your life. What do you want to be known for in your life? And with Mercury and Venus here, I say take the time to think about it. Think about what brings you most happiness. Think about what you value the most. You can have those ideas bouncing around your head as you move into the first full week of January. Then on the 12th of January, Mars goes into Pisces. So Mars going into Pisces, there is an element of putting effort into creative endeavors. Yet, for you personally, it could be that there may be a friend that is looking for your help or your support in some way. On another level, Mars shifting into Pisces, only on the 12th of January, by the 12th of January, could get so caught up in everything that needs to get done, going to work, going to school, that the larger picture gets swept away by what needs to get done, and an overwhelming, I'm overwhelmed with what I have all these dreams, but I'm overwhelmed with what I need to do day to day in order to find time. So you want to a little bit fight against that or acknowledge that so you can continue with what you set out to do. The new moon in Aquarius is on January 20th, the same day that the sun goes into Aquarius. See, it's at 0 degrees, and Pisces new moon will be at 0 too. The Mercury is stationing going retrograde, which will be the next day. And this energy of the new moon in Aquarius for you personally is to take an unbiased look at your career path or what you're doing in your life in terms of, and a little bit detached from it. If you can detach from it and look at the path that you are on and whether or not it is going to bring you to the bigger picture of what's important to you. But it's saying take a detached view, because normally we can, our mind can come up with, well, this is my life and I have to do this and I have to pay these bills, or I have to this, or I don't have that. It's saying, wait a minute, what if you took yourself out of it and your personal circumstances out of it, and from a bird's eye view looked at what you're doing, and then what does it look like? Is there any way that it is listen to what it's telling you, and you will be quite surprised at the answers you might find. Mercury, as I mentioned, Mercury goes retrograde on January 21st, and again is emphasizing taking that detached view of the path that you're on and analyzing it, and then rethinking. It's about a rethinking. You don't have to make any major changes immediately, but rethink from a detached intellectual perspective of how am I spending my time on the planet with whatever I'm doing, and what would an alien say? What would somebody outside of my life say about it? And then go back into your personal world and say, hey, is this really, from that perspective, is it what I'm doing? Is it really what I want to do? Is it really getting me any closer to what I say is most important for me? We have Venus going into Pisces on January 27th, so we'll be closing the month out with Venus and Pisces, and wherever Venus is, it's really important for you to look at, because you're a Taurus. And here Venus goes into Pisces, where she's quite happy in Pisces, is very romantic, and the moon's back in your sign again. So this is a shift. Once again, this is a shift where there will be a shift to in what you desire, what you want, and also you can find that the last week in January 27th, and while Venus is in Pisces, more times where you could go to the movies, have a concert to go to, do something that's more creative, artistic, or have this desire to do that. She is moving in a sector of your chart. See, we have this Pisces party here. We have 4 planets in Pisces. She's moving into a sector of your chart, which is about friendships. So you could have a friend come to you with looking to you for some type of support, or just wanting to go to a concert or a movie with you, even take up a creative class. So actually this would be a really good time to look for that if you are so prone, and to bring a friend along for support and encouragement, and also motivation to get off the couch, get out of the routine, and do something that you really like to do.